was thinking about the question because I wanted to be as open and honest as I possibly could be. So my dad was actually in recovery when I was growing up. He got sober, I think I was probably like 9 or 10. My parents divorced when I was 8. And so I was in and out of AA meetings with him. I was in and out of treatment facilities around the Cincinnati area with him. And seeing the help that someone can provide for individuals dealing with those types of challenges, it really was kind of a no-doubter for me. I was probably 13, 14 when I decided what I wanted to do. And first I was studying very specifically just about addiction. And then academic advisor told me, hey, you need to check out social work just to have a more broad scope. And that's what I decided to do. But yeah, that experience with my dad and just seeing when people are getting help, how their life is impacted positively, and when they're not, how their life is impacted negatively. And so you kind of have to put everything into perspective when you're helping people. You have to understand that, like, hey, they're here when maybe you are the only person that's in their corner right now. So what can you do for them in that moment to be the helping hand? So yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, because people always tell me, they're like, oh, I can't believe you do this work, having gone through that. And I just tell them it's really what gives me some peace of mind to deal with the grief more effectively. So I have a client who came to me right after an attempt. She had been hospitalized. She had just had a child. Like, there were a lot of overwhelming things happening for her in the moment. The way that she is now, decisive, open, seeking help, right? She's been sober since 16, 17 months at this point. And just her ability to be able to find better ways to cope with the really intense emotions, not having that alcohol to fall back on, but really just picking herself up and finding love for her child, right? Finding connection with her family and friends and her job. That's been a pretty dramatic change, pretty amazing shift. And we always give it to the client, right? The client is the one who makes these changes, but that's been a really impactful thing for me to see. Someone really finding what works for them. The thing that I think resonates so much with new clinicians is we don't have to solve the world's problems in one session. We can really just build that rapport and make people feel more comfortable. And then we can really make good things happen after we do that. Having Cassie as a supervisor is her really lining up of, hey, we're looking at 6 months, right? You come in, we're not going to do this in 3 sessions. We're not going to do this in 6 sessions. This is going to be a time investment for you. I've learned that it has to be that balance. You know, you go home, your phone is off, you're not checking emails, you're finding things that provide you with that outlet. I love music, I love movies, I love reading, I love spending time with my friends and family. Like, those things are such a value to me. Just the ability to kind of switch it off. That comes with time. I don't think that's a quick thing either. I think you really have to learn that that's possible. At Mindfully, we have people that really authentically support you and tell you, hey, if you need time off, you should take it. If you have a hard case, please reach out to me for consult. We're not just passed along, right? We're not just, okay, well, I'm too busy, you have to deal with that yourself. People that I've experienced, that I have had the pleasure of dealing with, are really open and available. I'm waiting now to take my independent licensure test. I'm waiting for an email back from the board to figure out when I can get that scheduled. So once I'm able to become independently licensed, the things that I'm able to look into, for a long time it was EMDR. I don't know if that's still going to be the focus, but it's just going to be really nice being independently licensed and being able to, take on, even though credentialing has helped us get so many insurance companies now, just being able to help as many people as I possibly can, and not have a lower license be something that stands in my way.